everyone, today I have a very exciting new book to show you. I received this last night. I did open the packet and pop the book out. Oops, but I can't get it out now. There we go. And I'm just going to take the labels out of the envelope as well, so I don't forget they're there. I had a lovely little note saying it was a token of appreciation for the videos, which is so very sweet, from Michelle and Joanne. Now Michelle and Joanne, I don't know your contact details at all. If you want to contact me on Instagram or Facebook, or even in a comment here, I'd like to be able to say a personal thank you to you rather than through the medium of YouTube. So if you would like that, please get in touch. Otherwise, don't worry. Thank you very much. It looks an adorable book. Now this book is by Morgan O'Brien. Now he is, you may know him better. Sorry for the shine from my lamp. Hang on, let's turn it off for a minute. There we go. You may know him better from his Matchstick Mouse books, which are obviously adorable as well. Now I think that this is based on a game called Animal Crossing, I think. But it's not a game that I've ever played, so I couldn't confirm that to be sure. But looking at the cover, look at the beautiful sky. Now I think Morgan O'Brien always colours his pictures digitally for his covers, but that doesn't mean that we can't copy them, because you know you can copy the colour, so that's fun. It's got a nice purpley spine, and on the back there isn't a lot going on. We've got a picture of Matchstick Mouse there though, and a QR code. I think that's what they're called. Okay, should we get on with flipping through? I'm going to put the light back on, give my camera a minute to adjust. There we go. And see if we can fit it all in. Actually, I think this might be a single-sided book, so we might go into the middle, go in a little bit further. Now, the bottom of my book, this book belongs to, I don't tend to fill these out. On a book where you've got something to colour, I tend to put my name in, but when there's no colouring, I tend to leave it blank. But obviously, you don't have to do that. So here he is, Matchstick Mouse. We've got the 2022 publishing date, so it's quite a new one. And here, a cosy colouring book. I like that. That sounds lovely, don't you think? Interesting how the word welcome has a trademark. I don't understand that. But anyway, let's go. Let's have a look. So we've got welcome to the village here. I'm assuming we might have that on every page. What this means is that this side is almost single-sided, so it's quite nice for doing like the Matchstick Mouse books are. It means you can do all sorts of media. You could do alcohol markers, you can do I've used watercolors on one of my Matchstick Mouse pages. It did crinkle the page and it went through, but I put a plastic a laminate behind the page and it protected the page behind, and it meant I could just have a bit of fun trying something different. I'm going to come in closer because I think they're normally all like this, in a circle. Now I like the fact that we have this circle design. You can do something for a background if you wish. You could draw a frame and make it look like a picture or something like that, or you can just colour the small image and it makes it not so daunting. I find it's small and contained, and although we get some details here, we've got little circles here, bits of tree roots and bits and pieces, there's still not loads going on, so I find it quite a nice idea. We got people, which is interesting. I grabbed some pencils to colour. I've got my Crayola, so I can do some skin. If I choose one of the pages, I will colour one at the end. I'm not sure which one yet. I usually choose a simple one just because it takes less time. Anyway, I should stop waffling. So we've got someone doing some yoga, which I think is very cute. Oh, and we've got is this yoga as well, I wonder, or is it just a balance? It is a yoga position, I'm assuming. I'm really not big on yoga at all, but we've got a nice, more foresty type of picture, which I think is rather cute. Now what's going on here? So we've got quite a big stag beetle. I think it's a stag beetle, lovely tree, but we've got it looks like quite a seaside. We've got a sea and a palm tree. It looks like a straw topped house. It's very cute. We've got a life ring there. And they're catching maybe this, not sure. And that looks like a sort of play suit like you might wear at the beach. But we've got some water here. We've got some water here. So maybe on an island. I don't know. This one, you see, we've got a background filled in, which means it makes it even easier to colour. Ooh, that's fun. So we've got quite a scary shark that she's just caught. So we've got quite a lot of water going on in this picture. Nice sky and trees. So it's quite a fun one to do, I think. And another sort of calming, meditative pose, which I think is rather fun. She's got her leggings on and bare feet. It's rather nice, isn't it? Ooh, these are cute. So I'm thinking hedgehogs, porcupines, something like that, little spiky critters. And we've got wool and we've got knitting. Oh, there's the knitting needle. I was trying to find the knitting needle. It is there. This guy, I think, is asleep. So cute, having a cup of tea and a biscuit. Not sure. It's very sweet. Oh, someone fishing. Do you think he's asleep? Looks sleepy to me. Having a relaxing time. Everyone's having a nice relax. Oh, so I'm assuming this is some sort of dress shop where she's looking to purchase maybe this dress. You can see other clothing around her. Here and here and here, so that's fun. Nice bright colours you could do there. Now what are these guys up to? This guy's got a fishing rod. This guy, maybe he's got a fishing rod, not sure. They're off somewhere. They look cute. Look, he looks quite lizardy. He's a cute little bear. That's nice. Oh, we're snowing. What fun. So we're rolling a big snowball. I'm going to make a snowman. Colouring snow, now there's a challenge. I haven't coloured a lot of snow, but I know that you can do some yellow tones if there's light, or blue. So yeah, it'd be fun to have a go. And maybe we can see the ground through here, bits of plants. Yeah, it's a good fun one to do. And what's going on? Oh, they're looking at the moon. How very sweet. And look, we look like we're on the sort of signs that we're on an island again with the palm trees and the water. That's a nice one, isn't it? Oh, we're under the sea. Well, we've got the top of the sea here. I've got the... Now, is that a duck-billed platypus, you think? A squid or octopus and some fish. A ray. A sponge, maybe? It's fun, isn't it? A bit different too. Oh, it says welcome great pumpkin. Look at the pumpkin here. Very excuse me. Maybe a Halloweeny style picture, or autumnal at least. And playing guitar. He's got his eyes shut, I think, or is he just involved in his music? Sure, it's rather fun. Oh, it's a Christmas picture. He's got his Christmas jumper on. He's holding his specs. I think he's nodding off. Do you think? Got a book. It's got a nice Christmas tree. That's a nice one. Oh, now what is she doing? She's carrying an enormous bone. How very interesting. So she looks like an explorer. I would probably colour her in sort of khaki, browny, greeny colours, you know, as if she's looking around. We've got all these pretty bits and pieces going on, fauna and flora around her. That's fun. Now they look like they're having fun. So he's got a stick with something on the end, and he's got a stick with something on the end. I don't know, just running. I don't know where they're going. Maybe you have to imagine. But look at him. He's cute. Now I think I've seen someone colour this and named this character and this character, but I have no clue. It looks like it's raining, and I think it's just fun. We don't need to know who they are. Now these guys are crossing a bridge, so this is interesting because we've got a reflection of the moon and a reflection of the bridge, and we've got the water there, so that could be potentially quite fun to colour. We've got nice trees, lovely bridge, little ones. They're fun, aren't they? I wonder why they're out so late at night. Oh, he looks so cute. And they're all cute, but really, so we've got a present floating off on a balloon. That's quite interesting. Well, it's raining again. I've got the umbrellas, or brollies as I call them. Lovely fun. Ooh, what in a ship. Wonder where we're going. He doesn't look very happy, does he? They don't look very happy either, but they are being chased by the boat. What fun. Now what are we doing? Oh, we're playing games. So we're on our, yeah, get games, handheld consoles, I guess. They're playing. It's night time again. Interesting. Isabel. Perhaps we're supposed to know who Isabel is. I don't know. But this is interesting because some of these bits look in a different colour. They're in grey rather than black, which is interesting. I think I might do a bit of research about who Isabel might be. There might be a specific way to colour Isabel. I don't know. Ooh, now this is unusual. Let me zoom out a little. None of the other Morgan O'Brien books I've got have this. So we've got two images here of the same character taking a drink out in the garden and having a little listening to the radio. Interesting. And then we have these two. He's got some bananas. He's got a present. It's fun. And we have a little bird. Oh, he's got a pumpkin. And there's autumn leaves, so we've got the sort of, and he's got a Christmas tree. What fun. And these guys are off chasing the butterfly again. She's got an A on her top. So this is the square image rather than the round. Now he has been digging something. That's fun. Is this dirt on his face, do you think? Oh, and he's the last one. We've got a blank page, which is always useful to testing out things. And we've got the copyright printed by Amazon. So there we go. There is the book. No, oh, the page wants to curl. I'm going to choose a picture and some pencils and colour something in. I'm actually thinking that maybe this guy right at the back could be the easiest one to do. So I think we'll do him. Actually, I'm just going to smooth that down a little bit. Grab some paper. There's a little bit in front of me to put behind the page. I don't really need it, but it's such a thin, because it's the last page, it's quite thin. I'll put a wad of paper behind to lean on it, it'll be a bit better for me. I've got some various different pencils here that I could potentially use. I've got these, which I shall use for his face. If we start there with the Crayolas. I need to tip them out, excuse the noise. It's a problem when they come in a cardboard box. You have to tip them out to see what's there. There we go. Okay. Now let's pick a, I think, let's pick a light rose to start with his face. We'll come in a bit closer. There we go. So we use a light rose to start with. It's not showing up massively well on this paper. I think it's coming though. Now he could be a specific character and he might look a specific way, but I'm just going for it and having fun. And if he looks different, so be it. I will do a bit of research though and find out whether they are specific characters and need to be certain colours. But hand. I think we'll get a darker colour in here in a minute. I'm not sure what he's holding. What's this? Is it a fossil? I think it probably is. There he is. Now we'll take a slightly darker tone. What should we go for? having not played with these massively, I'm sort of slightly guessing. I think I want a medium deep golden, sort of brownish colour, and I might use that for some of the areas that I think there might be a shadow or a sort of darker bit, like that. Oh, my son is streaming. I can just hear him. Suddenly hear him chattering. I don't know if that's really the right colour. I'm going to go back over it in a minute in a more pinky tone, because I don't think these two colours go together. What was that? That was, oh, excuse me. Right, I am back. I am just looking for the next colour. I am going to use the medium deep rose to just go over those areas that I think probably not the wisest of colour choices. Yeah, sorry, the telephone had rung, which is I had to disappear. My husband called me. He thought, I don't know what he thought. My son was live streaming, I was recording. I don't know. He's already phoned me at 12. But anyway, he's a little bit worried because his father's in hospital. But he's having a little op today. But he should be fine. He's just having, well, I say just, he's having a pacemaker fitted. Now, these on his face where it looks, I'm sure it looks like dirt, and on there, I'm going to do it the same colour as this. Now actually, these tones might have a colour that can help me. I think I might do his hair actually in one of these dark Crayolas. This is called Extra Deep Almond. I think it might be quite good for his hair, because I want it to be quite dark, because I was going to do his clothes in a more sort of khaki colour. So if I do this in this colour, it will sort of stand out from the hat. I think we'll move on from these pencils in a minute. I brought a few different sets out with me because I wasn't sure what to expect from the book or what sort of pictures there would be, so I just grabbed a handful of pencil sets. Okay, I'm going to just put these away. So I will be noisy, but I need the space. I brought through my Holbeins, which I don't think will have the right colour because it's not really. Whoops. I do love it when you put your pencil away like this and it pops out through that hole. It is quite amusing. But I think I bought my, my Chroma Flow and my Polycolours and my Holbeins. I'm thinking who's going to have the right sort of shade. Now, these are my Holbeins. Now, you might think, well, those are pastels, they're not going to work. But actually, within my tin, I have some pencils which aren't from this set. And I have this colour and this colour, which I think together might work quite well for his outfit. But we can't create mud. Maybe we won't use those. If I use too many different sets, I think it's going to be confusing. We use these. These are Polycolours, and we have some browns and things, and I think I can make it work. So I'm going to start with this brown. This one is called, hang on, I wrote the names down the other day. This is called number 32. This is Natural Sienna, and I'm going to use this for the dirt. Oop. Now I'm not sure this is quite the right colour, so I'm going to mix it with another colour in a minute. he hasn't got any on his clothes, just on his face, which is a little bit strange, but it is what it is. I think I'd be more likely to get it on my clothes than my face. And we'll do this bit down here. Now, I'm not sure how to end this because I've got this curly edge all round. Do I do it? I feel like I want to do a curly edge like that. Yeah, I don't know. It feels to me like that. You could do this in grey like it's rock, but I feel like it would make sense that it's what he's been digging. So I'm going to do, I know there's stones and different levels and there'll be shadows and things, but I'm going to do it all in a base layer of this to start with, like I have done with all the other dirt. And then we'll do a bit of shading, shadowing in a few different colours. It's nice just to get a layer of colour down. I'm going to try and get that edge quite defined without making it look so you can't see the line that I drew. Basically, get enough colour on the edge. Like that. There we go. Trying to make it even-ish. There we go. I'm going to grab my brush because I've got quite a few bits. Now I'm going to use the black to just add the, I think there'd be a bit of shadow down here under the rocks, like that, and under his feet. No, I'm not going to add it to there. I don't think it's going to look a little bit strange. So there is that. Now, where should we go from here? Background bit, I would think I'd quite like to do that in a blue. I've got two blues. I think I'm going to use the paler one. I think it would work better. This is called Mountain Blue, which would seem quite relevant because he's standing up high. And I'm just going to fill it all in quite evenly if I can. It seems a bit funny, doesn't it, that I've started with the very last picture in the book. But there we go. Just the way that it is. It just seems a nice simple one to do to start with. But I don't know if I would normally do this, but I don't tend to work cover to cover. I've done it on one book. I'm just trying to work out here. So we've got a collar there and an arm. I think that's blue. I think that's it. Yeah, I've worked one book cover to cover once in order. It was Enchanted Forest by Johanna Basford. I think it was my second covering book, and I decided to just work through it in order. It had advantages in that I didn't have to decide what page to do next. I just realised the sun's coming through, but I think it's okay. It's not on the bit of the page you can see. It was just pouring with rain just now. What's going on? Anyway, it has advantages because you don't have to think about what page you're doing next. You just grab the next page. But it has problems too in that you might not be in the mood for that sort of a page, you know. So although, you know, you might be able to choose a different book if you've got that option. I didn't have many books. When I had my first copy of Enchanted Forest, I only had that in Secret Garden. I didn't have any other colouring books. So it was just a matter of working those two. Obviously we all start somewhere. I started only having Johanna Basford. It's only quite recently I've actually had other authors. I had a few other odd books that I'd got, but not ones that I wanted to colour in that often. And then suddenly people started sending me books. Actually, what started me off, it's all Rita Berman's fault. She released her Europa book, I saw there was a free download, like the hat is with the Asian book, or was with the Asian book. There was a free download, and so she released this free download, and I took the free download and did it, and I just absolutely loved it. So I wanted to buy her books. I'm going to use this green colour. This is the, I'm just going to look it up for you, Meadow Green. And I'm going to use this for all the clothes. I'm not sure about the hat, but the shirt and the shorts. I know it's not really a khaki green, but I'm going to do my best to adjust that. I just realised I've got a little bit of neck in there. I'm going to take the light rose and just pop a little bit of pink in there. There we go. Yeah, I realise it's not quite khaki, it's a little bit bright, but we can perhaps mix it with something in a minute to make it look a little bit more dull, shall we say. But with these poly colours we don't get a big range of colour, so we have to make our own, which can be a lot of fun. Yeah, when I first started I had 24 Norris pencils, which I borrowed from my husband for a little while, and then I moved on to having my own, and I had my own Ergosoft, not Norris, and I had 24. That's all I had for a while, was just Ergosoft. And then I think we'll use this brown that we used for the soil. So this was called the Natural Sienna. Now I looked up these colours of these poly colours so that I could write them down, because you sharpen the names off because they're so near the top, and it was a little odd because I looked them up and there was some of them had different names but the same numbers as these. So I don't know if this is an old set with wrong names, or whether the names change depending on the size of the set, or what it is. So it was a little confusing. I think that looks better. I like that. I think he looks quite smart. I'm thinking I'm going to do the same with this hat. I feel we need a little bit of shading in here, but I'm going to do the hat first while I remember what I did. So this is our Meadow Green. Well, that's pesky sun's coming out again. As I said, it's pouring with rain. It's really hot and humid today, and it keeps raining, and while it's raining it's so hot and sticky. And I was out today, and this morning I was out, take the children and myself to the dentist. Anyway, is that an ear? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Back to our skin tone, our light rose. There we go. And while we were out, it was raining nearly the whole time. We wore our Macs to the dentist, and then I didn't wear mine home. It was spitting, it wasn't raining hard, it was just too hot. I was not going to do that hat band, I was going to leave it green, but I started colouring it over now, so I'm going to have to. I shall adjust what I'm doing in a bit. This hat looks a bit shabby now, but maybe that's okay. I'm going to take the black and do a little bit of work on the shadowing and things. I feel that this page looks really dark because the sun's on the camera and the camera's thinking it's bright and it's not. I'm going to shut the blind and let the camera adjust. I think it will make the picture look a lot better. I hope that's better. There we go. So I've got my ivory black, and what I'm thinking is, like, this cuff, I think it's turned up, so I'm just going to put a little bit of shadow here and maybe a little bit on the edge there, top and bottom of the sleeve, just a little bit to give it a bit of shape. Be a lot more at the bottom, but there's some shadow. I'm going to put a bit at the top of each of these turn-ups too, like that. I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm thinking, is this the shirt just overhanging the shorts? There'd be a bit of shadow under them. There'd be a bit under the pocket and the collar. Now the hat, I'm thinking maybe there'd be a little bit here and maybe here. And of course it's more shadowy here and here. So you press lightly enough, you can add shadow without making it look black. Oh, the sun's coming in and out now. It's teasing me. There we go. Now I'm sort of thinking with his bag, I think you've got these two that look, is that a wrap, like a sleeping bag, and this a fossil? I don't know. I'm asking you, you don't know. So I'm going to use the black, I think, for the rock part of the fossil. And the whole thing would be the same colour, wouldn't it? But maybe if we don't do all the same colour, it will look better. So I'll just do that bit. Quite lightly, I don't want it to look really, really black. Thinking then maybe if I grab the this brown colour again, this was the natural sienna, go over the top of that a little bit, and then over this too. Maybe that will work. There we go. Now we've got a spade. And I'm thinking this is metal. I'm going to use the black to try and make it look shiny silver. It's going to be a challenge with it being black. But I'm going to just reduce that quite a lot like that. Make this bit black here. And reduce this quite a lot. Just leave quite a lot of white. I think that's okay. We'll do that here as well, as if it goes all the way up to that bit of the handle, and then this bit a little bit differently. We could do this bit as if it was sort of black leather almost. Plastic or something like that. And the same with this bit. You can see it looks quite different to the sort of silvery effect. Maybe this bit would be wood, but let's do it a colour. Let's do it in blue. This is the sapphire blue, just because, or else we're going to get everything the same colour. I think this will stand out well enough from the sky, and it's not like we're introducing. I think it could be this colour. I don't think it would be pink or purple. I'm trying to do it a little bit darker on the edges to give it a little bit of shape. Make it look rounded. Now where I haven't done his socks and shoes yet, I'm thinking I might actually use this colour here that we used for his hair. This was the extra deep almond, and I'm thinking I might use that as a base for the boots so that they look dark. Sort of like their brown leather, and then use this the natural sienna to go over the top, because we don't want them to look too close to the soil colour. And I might actually grab the black, do a little touch of black. Doing it sort of black at the back and front. I realise those might be supposed to be socks that he's wearing, but I'm thinking this bit we could do with a bit of black like that. I don't want it massively shiny. I like a little bit of shine, but it would be probably rubber or plastic, so, or even leather, so it wouldn't be massively shiny. Just got a little bit there. Excuse me. Now his bag, I'm wondering about this brown. This is the reddish brown. I'm going to just try colouring it in. It's quite an orangey colour, and we can go over it with a different colour after. But it will just make it look a little bit different to his outfit. I think it's okay for him to have a matching hat and shorts and trousers, but to make his bag the same colour as well would be a little bit too much, I think. There we go. I'm going to go over it with this brown, the Natural Sienna. I really like these poly colours. They go down so well on so many different types of paper. And I've just got this lovely 12 set, which is so easy to use. The doorbell went. Apparently it's my son's friend. So anyway, so I think that colour works okay. It's still a little bit orangey. I might just go over it with, I'm thinking maybe, whoops, maybe with the green. I don't think it'll make it look terribly green, but it might just tone down that orangey colour a little bit. And I'm going to go back to my black and just do a little bit of shading, shadows under his roll. It's like a sleeping bag, I'm thinking, like that. There we go. Now, the sleeping bag colour is interesting. I'm thinking I might go for this green. I don't really, it'd be quite fun to do it a really bright colour. I'm just thinking also we've got the strap of the bag, which I need to do first. So this is the reddish brown that we use for the bag. And then what did we use? Did we use the other brown, the Natural Sienna? Try and remember now. And we used the meadow green. Is that right? I think that's it. Now we're going to use this green, which is the dark green for this wrap, and it's going to be quite bright, and I'll decide whether I want to tone it down a little bit in a minute. I think I am going to add a bit of the brown, this being the sienna brown, oh sorry, natural sienna on top. It's quite dark anyway, but I think it will just muddy it down a little bit, tone it down. I think it just works better like that. And then the ivory black for a bit of shadowing. Just under there, sort of be around here. Might be a bit on each side of the curled bit. There. There he is. Oh, I think he looks cute. Now I'm just going to brush off. Now you could do some sort of background if you wanted around here. You could, I would suggest pastel splodge some round or something like that, but I think the white frames the picture really well, so I'm going to leave it like that. But that was great fun, and I really love the pictures in this book. I am going to do some research to try and find out a little bit more about whether these are real characters and how I should perhaps colour them, whether there's a particular way. But I had fun just doing it and guessing really, so you know, that might be something that I do through it or not. But thank you again to Michelle and Joanne for the book. It's lovely. I'm so pleased. I was so excited to get it, and you're so very kind. I really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone for watching. Please click that like button if you enjoyed the video. It does help. Yeah, leave a comment if you've got one as well. If you know anything about this if there's a website or anything you can direct me to help me, that would be lovely. But I might just have fun doing it my own way. You never know. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, and happy colouring. Hi everyone, I have finished this lovely cute book by Morgan O'Brien, so I thought I would do a little flip through for you, just showing you all the completed pages. You can see what fun I've had in the book and maybe get some inspiration if you've got it, or have a look and see if you want to buy it. I have put the link to the book in the description of the video, so you can go off to Amazon and buy it if you want to, or not. Up to you. So I haven't filled in this page. I'm a terror. I do that bit. Now, of course, you could colour Matchstick Mouse there as well. I tend not to. I like to get on with the full-size pictures. Now, I'm going to come in a lot closer because all of these are little circles, and so we don't need to be so zoomed out. Every page has the name on the other side. They're all single-sided, so that means that you can use any sort of colouring material, and it's not going to go through the page and spoil the picture below because there's nothing on the back. But you know, if you're using a wet medium paint or alcohol markers or even anything, I just put a couple of pages in between. If it's really wet, I use a laminate as well, just to make sure it doesn't go through to the rest of the book, because I don't want to ruin it. The pages are quite thin. This is Amazon printed, so it's sort of it's got a bit of a texture to it, this particular one. I don't know if it's always consistent with Amazon paper, but it's a one where when you order the book, Amazon prints it and sends it, so they choose the paper. So it's not chosen by the artist, so it's not artist grade paper, but I find it perfectly fine for colouring on. Now I'm looking at this picture while I'm jabbering on, and I cannot work out what pencils I used for this page. I remember it being a buddy colour and thinking the person who coloured it with me did sun rays there, and it looked really good, and I was like, oh, why did I do it like that? Never mind, I don't really know what I used. So usually I write it down, and there's a few pages in this book where I've forgotten, which is a bit annoying, but hey. I think it could be Arteza Premium or Castle Arts Gold, to be honest, but I really have no idea. So there's our first picture. Now this one is been done with Castle Art Soft Touch pencils, and we have our character here doing some yoga. I haven't done any yoga for ages. I got really into it, doing it every day, and then I got a bit of a virus and I sort of stopped, and I haven't really started again, and I really need to. I am going to. I'm determined to, but it's just fitting it all in. I need to find the time and make the time. It's very easy to say that we're so busy to do things and then not look after our own health. So anyway, I will do that. As I say, Castle Art Soft Touch for that one. Now this one is done with Arteza Premium. I wanted to make the bug stand out a little bit. I don't know if I did it quite brightly enough, but it was a fun one to do. And I wanted to make this look beachy because it looks like we're on the beach, but I don't know if it's supposed to be grass really. This bit looks like it should be grass, but anyway, I had a bit of fun with him. Now I spoken to my children about the characters because they don't play. It's based on Animal Crossing, this book, but my children don't play it, so they don't know, and nor do I. So I just have to hope. Look, I haven't coloured those in. Oh, I want to colour it in. I don't have a pen. I don't have a pencil on my desk. I do. I have lots of pencils on my desk, but these aren't coloured pencils. Never mind. It needs colouring in. I purposely left those bits white, but those should have been coloured. Hey ho. This one was done with Castle Arts Gold pencils. I sort of wanted to leave this bit white, but I decided in the end to leave the clouds white and to colour that in a little bit to make it look a bit more like I hadn't forgotten to colour it. sort of thing. I had fun with this beach. I wanted the rock and the beach to be the same, but it looked really boring. So I just got a slightly darker pencil and just did a bit of scribbling. I thought it came out quite well. So that was a bit of fun. And I didn't do any white pen on the water, which sometimes I do. The reason for that was because I wanted to colour another one straight away. And if I turned the page and there was white pen, it would have made a big horrible mess. So I didn't do any, but you could do. I have on some of them, I think. Now this page was so much fun, and it spurned me in the way of an exciting idea. So this was done with Castle Art Soft Touch, and I tried to match the cover. Now you can see this is much more vibrant than this, but the colours are similar. So you've got a pink sky, and then this sort of purple going down the tree, and the girl's dress is the same colour and things like that. That's orange and that's orange, but it's just not quite as vibrant because the front cover of the book, obviously Morgan O'Brien wants it to be really bright, but this is digitally coloured and this is pencil coloured. You can't get the same sort of pigments. But it was so much fun. So what I decided to do was to colour a whole book based on Morgan O'Brien's colour scheme, so I could learn from him because I thought it was beautiful, you know. So Matchstick Mouse Springtime, I was lucky enough to be sent 2 copies of by 2 lovely people. So I decided that one of them I'm going to colour based on Morgan O'Brien's pictures, because he's often puts pictures that he's coloured of his own books up. So I'm going to use one for that, which I have been doing, and one for my own imagination and just, you know, general colouring. So I'm really lucky to have the opportunity to do that. So I'm going to be playing around with that. I haven't done any this month, last month, but I will do. It's just fitting it all in. I have different goals each month. It sounds a bit stressful, goals, a bit worky. It is my job, colouring. It doesn't feel like a job, the actual colouring side, but I do have to make plans for videos and things like that. Now this was a very early one that I did, and again I've got no idea what pencils I used. I actually think the carpet looks really nasty and I couldn't do much about it because it's so bold, and I feel like this should be a rug, and I just coloured it all the same colour. It's almost a bit lazy, and I was so sort of confused as to why there was a bush in their sitting room, but I presumably it's something to do with the game, but I don't really know. But I think it's just a bit dull. I don't know why. I think the picture just didn't capture my imagination when I coloured it. It was a buddy colour, and maybe I just wasn't quite up for it when I did it. I don't know, but if I did it again I would do it quite differently. But hey, you learn from things, you know, you learn from doing things wrong as well as doing things right, and I think that's really good. Right, this is coloured with Staedtler Design Journey pencils, and I used one of Sarah Renee Clark's Colour Cube cards. It was number 66 for anyone who's interested to have a look. I haven't grabbed it out because I forgot that I did one, and it was such a challenge and I really enjoyed it. The card had a watery type picture with trees and landscape and things, so I really copied quite a lot of how the colours were on the card, which I don't always do in the photo on the card. I often ignore the photo. But it was such fun just to do this sort of silhouette, and it was obviously very quick. I didn't have to think about shading and shadows really, I just did it. But it was good and it was different, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. That was good. This one I did with Castle Arts Gold. I had a lot of fun. I'm not really used to colouring clothing, so it was something a bit different. I have done the Rooms of Wonder clothing pages, but I did this before that, I think, so I hadn't really got much experience of that. So that was interesting, and I didn't have many browns. Some pencil sets don't have a big lot of browns. The floor in this one is done with the permanent brown from the Castle Arts Gold, which looks a little bit purpley to me, but I don't think it matters. But anyway, it was good. I had fun with that one, and lots of different colours for the clothing, which I enjoyed. You know, I'm often a bit wary of using a big range of colours because it can often look a bit of a mess when I do it. Other people can do it brilliantly, but I think this time it worked, so that was good. This I used my poly colours. I actually found they didn't blend as nicely as I'd hoped on the sky, but it's okay. There's a few streaky bits which I tried to disappear and didn't quite work. But anyway, that was okay. It was also tricky because I wanted this guy to be green because I felt like he looked like some sort of lizard and would be green. And but then we've got all this greenery going on. Again, look, I've missed those. Oh dear, never mind. So I needed him to stand out, so I chose his colours first and then did lighter ones behind, but I'm not sure if it's a bit samey, but you know, that was okay. I had fun with him and the picture. I left that bit white because I thought it was like shadow on the gun. I think it's a gun, or is it a fishing rod like this guy's got? I really have no idea. Anyway, but and I wanted to keep these colours really pretty, but these guys I felt I just did them different colours to these so that it sort of stood out. I thought was fun. So yeah, again, we've used lots of colours. We've used blues, we've used oranges and purples, we've used lots of greens and pinks, and I think it worked. So I'm getting a little bit more confident, which is good. Now this one was great fun. I used my Artex pencils here, and it's got this Christmassy vibe. I need to tip it to the light so you can see the shine of the glitter. So there is glitter pen on the tree, on the snow on the tree, and all the sort of snow, the circles that look like snow's falling. So that was good fun. I think that is a glaze pen. I'm pretty sure that's the Jelly Roll glitter pen. It was a bit tricky to know quite how to colour the snow, so I've used some sort of grey blues in different areas so it's not just all white, and I had fun with the hat, making it all furry, which is always good fun. I enjoy that. Basically colour it in very light grey, then get a darker grey and draw lines, and then an even darker grey and draw lines, then get a white pen and draw lines, overlap the edges of the hat, and that really gives the fur impression. So it was good fun. I'm wondering if that was a tutorial video, but I don't think so. Now this one was Chromaflow pencils. Now there's a lot of green in this picture on the sort of grass, and I wasn't really sure what to do with it, so I just kept it quite plain. And these two characters look like birds, and I don't know why I thought they would be yellow. So that's how I coloured them. I thought they'd be like little chicks, sort of yellow, like ducklings or something. I don't know. But anyway. And I think these two trees, they both got apples on. They probably should have been the same colour. But, you know, it was okay. I just had a bit of fun with that one. And again, I kept the stars without a glitter or anything. I quite like doing glitter on stars. These are actually done with metallic pencil, but it doesn't really show up. Even Chromaflow, my set at least doesn't have metallic pencil. These are Prismacolor Very Thin. I've got a metallic silver in a drawer on my desk that I grab at times if I want something silver. So I did that. Now this one was a lot of fun. This was done with Staedtler Design Journey, and I really had fun doing the water, making it look watery coloured, if that makes any sense. I don't know what colour I used, to be honest. Probably the sea green, I'm guessing. I don't know. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with different colours here. I sort of picked my duck colour first, and I like this sort of deep green and purple together. I think that's fun. And then just did everything else sort of matching. So we've got pink both sides, green both sides, and then a few different things there. So it was good. And some white for our bubbles. This one was a tutorial video that I did with the Derwent Lightfast pencils. It was a sort of Halloweenish, because it's not really Halloween, but it's pumpkins, and I wanted to do sort of an autumnal feel to it. I had a lot of fun. So that one's on my channel somewhere. If you go to my main channel homepage, there's a search button within there, not the main YouTube search, but within the channel there's a little magnifying glass, and if you just put village in, you see all the videos that have been done on this book. I don't think there's any others that have got village in the title, so that will help you find them if you want to. I think this guy is white though normally, but you know, I just wanted him to look a little bit furry. Now this again, we have a slight Christmassy look to this one. Obviously with the Christmas tree. Don't know what I used, I haven't written it down. But the star on the tree looks like a metallic pencil. It's a very slightly shiny. but nothing else is metallic. I didn't bother making anything else shiny, so I don't really know what that was, or whether I've just plastered it on and it's waxy. I'm not sure. But there's our little chap. This one I did with Arteza Expert pencils. I wanted to make sure there weren't too many different colours in this one, so that's why all the flowers are the same colour. I think it ties it together. The bone, I really wasn't sure about whether to add a little bit of colour to that, whether to add a little bit of grey for some shading or not, but I decided in the end to make it stand out and leave it the same as her sock. That wasn't an accident. I did leave it that colour. Maybe I should have done it the colour of her outfit, which I quite like to make. I made that colour. I mixed together a sort of light brownish and a green. I can't really remember what they were, but I had fun sort of making that. I think it might have been pear green, but with a bit of light brown behind it. I'm not sure. So that was fun. Now this one was a picture that Morgan O'Brien posted on his Instagram, so I copied it like I did with the one from the cover. So it's not an exact copy in the sense that it's not, the colours are the same, but it's, you know, I just copied it the best I could. And I used Castle Art Soft Touch pencils for that one. And yeah, what I find quite fun is that he puts in the shadow with white pen, or with white, because it's digitally done, it's obviously not pen, like here, whereas I just left that uncoloured, and the same there. Sometimes I think that gives a purer white than putting your white pen on top, which can sometimes the colour bleeds into the white and things like that. So, but some of these areas I've used white pen. So that was an interesting one to do as well. I had fun, and it's nice doing them in the correct colours. I say correct because the rest of mine, like that's Totoro, is that the right name? I'm pretending I know, I don't. Here he is again, but obviously completely the wrong colour. Although Isabel's a bit yellowy. Now that was, I used another one of Sarah Renee Clark's Colour Cubes for that page. And I'm not sure how well it came off. You know, you've got a blue, so you immediately think, right, I must do a blue sky. And then you've got brown. So I coloured, I really should think, I would have probably been better off doing the character in the orange and the plants in the brown. I think it would have just looked a bit better somehow. And then this orange plants look a bit strange. So I don't know, I think maybe I need to spend a little bit more time planning if I'm using a Colour Cube card for a picture like this. The raindrops have been coloured over in a shiny pen, which was fun. So I think, yeah, I'm still learning. I'm having lots of fun with the cards. I haven't used them enough this month. I've been, as I say, working on so many other projects, having lots of fun, but there's just too much to do in too little time. Now this was a buddy colour video with June Colours. She got in touch with me and said, should we do one together? I was like, oh yeah. So we both recorded a video. Hers was, I think, I'm now doubting myself. I'm pretty sure we did. I'm pretty sure it's this picture. I mean, I did this in polychromos, and hers was really amazing. And I've used various shiny things on here as well. So you've got the basic colouring, but the moon has diamond stickles on it. The water has, I think, black diamond stickles, but they could be waterfall, but I'm not sure. I'll tell you in the video. And the stars are done with silver pen. So there's a lot of sparkle going on there, but it's really hard to pick up on the camera. And I've got no idea if I coloured the children in the right colour or whatever, but anyway, it was a lot of fun. Now this one I really enjoyed. If you know me, you know I love elephants, so I'd been procrastinating doing this page because I wanted to make the elephant look nice. I used the Artex pencils in the end. I really liked how the green came out because there's a lot of grass, but I just think it looked okay. You know, sometimes if you do big area, it can look a bit messy, but I think they pop forward off that light green and it worked really well, and I just think he looks really cute and furry. somehow, although elephants don't have that, I know. I don't know whether he should have had a sleeve, but there was no line, so I did him like he was wearing what I would call a tank top. I guess they call these days a tank top is exercise vest, sleeveless. In my day, a tank top was a knitted jumper with no sleeves. But anyway, might be a difference between American English and UK English, I don't know. But I had a lot of fun with that one. Trying to make them cute, trying to make their outfits sort of match colour wise. I thought that was quite fun. So and there's a little Prezi there. This one I coloured with my Brute Funa metallic pencils. Some of it is quite pale, like this. I did colour it in. Oh, okay, just come out just a tad. There we go. So they're not particularly vibrant in some colours. You can see a bit of shine, which is fun. I think with metallic pencils you have to plaster them on a little bit to get the shine to come out more. But I did have fun. I like their colours. I like the way they go down, and I'm going to be getting some more soon, so I'm really excited. So there will be, might be, as this is a 12 set, it's quite limited. I've got a 50 set coming soon. It's already here. It's I'm not allowed it yet, so I will be showing that. But what I've noticed here is I've used some white pen highlights, and this one's bled. It's gone neon pink, so I'm going to have to be careful of that. I might swatch them out and check, because it's always nice to know which ones bleed into white. Now this was a bit of an experiment, and okay, I'm trying to use up my Castle Arts gel pens. I've had them a few years, and I'm worried that they're going to go out, they're going to dry up if I don't use them. And I've used up quite a lot of them. There's 4 pouches of pens in the set of 100 that I have, so I guess 25 in each. And I've already used up 2 pouches, and I've got just over 1 left. So I'm getting there. But I find them a little difficult to work with. If you look carefully at this, I'm not going to zoom in. I'm not very neat. I leave lots of little gaps, and I'm sure I do that with pencil as well, but it's much harder to see than pen is not very forgiving. This little chap here, for some reason I decided to colour him in orange, and he looked awful because I don't have many greens. I went over the top of him in green, and I did about 5 layers, and it's still gappy. And you can see orange through it. It's like, ugh. And their skin, I guess it works, but you know, it was a bit fluorescent. But anyway, I don't have that many colours left, so but I like the silver on their whatever they might be. Are they DS's? I don't know. So yeah, it was an experiment, and I won't repeat. Now here's Isabel, looking very pink. She's coloured with Arteza Expert, and she has, there's glitter in the centre of the flowers to make them shiny. So she was fun. I'm pretty sure she's a video, just a really simple one. Obviously she's the wrong colour, but you could change the colours about if you want to. I know some people want things to be exactly the right colour, and that's fine. I quite understand. I didn't know what the colour was, so I guessed, and didn't really want to look it up because I just wanted to use my imagination. The same with these guys. Now again, I didn't look these guys up, but I made them match because I thought it was fun. Oh, hang on. There we go. I use Chromaflow pencils, so I don't have a big range of colours. I've got the 24 set plus 1. I know it's odd. One of my Chromaflows has run out, so I was buying some open stock pencils, so I grabbed a Chromaflow to pop in my tin to go with my others, and it was this pear green, which is quite nice. But I wanted these guys to match. I somehow thought they were husband and wife or brother and sister, but I've got no idea. So I did their skin, the same colours, their shells the same colours, their sort of hair the same. I have no idea what this is on her head. Is it a hair slide? Is it? I don't know. So I just matched it. I have no idea. But I made their tops match. Obviously he's got some shorts on, she hasn't, but you know. And it was just a lot of fun making them match up really. So I enjoyed that one. I like these with smaller designs. So these two I didn't do them at the same time. I have a feeling this one, no, I don't know whether that was a video or not. No, I don't know. But I didn't do them at the same time. I've got no reference. I don't know what pencils I used. But I sort of matching sort of clothes I always think is fun. So that was that one. And then this one, these were definitely videos. These were done with Polycolour pencils. At the time I only had 12, so it was quite a challenge because I have quite a limited palette, but with such a small picture it's quite easy to do still. So this was a Halloween picture, which was good fun, and then at Christmas I did this one. I'm not sure if I did this one as a video or not, I can't remember. But as I say, if you go into my main channel, Type Village, you'll find them all. Now this one I did with Bambino crayons. Now I find the Bambinos quite fun to work with. Mine are getting quite short, which is quite tricky. And I've lost my gold crayon. I don't know where it's gone, which is slightly irritating. But her fishing rod is in silver. But the Bambinos are very bold, which is fun. And so I like them for that reason. But I don't know if you can buy them in the UK anymore, or because I know they're Polish. You might be able to still buy them in some places, but anyway, that's the crayons. And this one was definitely a video. I did it when I did my flip through. I used Crayola pencils for the skin tone, the Colours of the World range, which I had, and I used Polycolour for the greens and blues and things. I'm not sure if the browns were Polycolour or if they were from Colours of the World, because you get some browns in there as well. I'm thinking that's probably a Polycolour. I can't really remember, but as I say, there's a video for that one, so that was fun. I can see that I've put quite a bit of brown in the green as well to make it look a little bit more khaki type. But that is the end of the book. As you can see, these are fairly short books. You just get a blank at the end, but it means that you finish them fairly quickly, which I find quite satisfying. I love finishing a book and being able to show you all my finished pictures, and there's just some feeling of satisfaction when you finish, which is so good. But anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Hope that was okay for you. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a fantastic day and happy colouring.